countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got a few quick speeches. Right, so first of all, I'd like to welcome you all again this morning in a much more warmer setting. Good morning to the Maris Brothers, MSc representation, our honored guests, board members, alumni, staff, PA chairs, parents, friends of Sacred Heart College, and everybody else that's present here today. Thank you for being here this morning. It is a great honor to welcome you all to this exciting moment in the life of our school this morning. It is the official launch of the Hospitality Suite. So a round of applause for that there. This is more than just an opening of a new facility. It is a beginning of a new chapter on how we think about education, learning, and the future. As we celebrate over 100 years of Sacred Heart College, we stand here not looking towards the back, but looking forward. Hold deep, boldly looking at creativity and looking at education with a deep purpose. Our school has never been content with status quo. Whether it's been the first school in Johannesburg to open its doors to all races during apartheid, or leading with a value-based curriculum rooted in merits education, we've always believed that education is about transformation and not transmission. And today's launch affirms that belief. In a time when our world is changing faster than ever, when automation is rife, climate shifts, economic pressures, digital innovation, AI is reshaping society, education must respond. It must adapt, it must lead, and Sacred Heart College is just doing that. This new state-of-the-art Food Technology Center or Hospitality Suite is not just about hospitality, cooking, or home economics. It is about equipping our students with real-world skills in culinary arts, nutrition, food science, customer service, and business. It's about confidence, creativity, and collaboration, and opening up pathways to many careers our students probably never even dreamed of. Aligned to this launch is our new entrepreneurial stream that will be launching at the beginning of 2026, offering hospitality, EGD, CAT, and a few more subjects. This flexible, dynamic offering will give our students from grades 8 to 12 a chance to build portfolios, develop digital and design thinking, and embrace innovation from classroom to the marketplace. Timed perfectly during Mandela Month, this moment is not incidental. Madiba reminded us, education is the most powerful tool which you can use to change the world. This initiative here that we're all standing in today is an answering of that call by creating a curriculum that doesn't just teach subjects but changes lives. I'm proud to say that Sacred Heart is one of the only few schools in this province, if not only the country, offering a fully functional industrial standard hospitality suite. And we do this not to impress, but to empower. Because our mission has always been to educate hearts and minds, and today we make that mission tangible. Thank you to all the staff, the people that have worked behind the scenes tirelessly to get this right. Thank you to our donors and our sponsors as well for making us make this dream become possible. Thank you. I now would like to call upon Naomi Lele Racheko, SHC class of 1998, loving family woman, entrepreneur, 1988, multiple business interests, owner of 1947 on Vilakazi Street, which won the 2024 Gauteng Tourism Best Restaurant Award. And she's going to speak to us a little bit on the importance of hospitality, and she's going to be joined by Chef Junior. Round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. Not 1998, definitely. Class of 88. We thought we'll do this a little bit differently. So my name is Naomi Racheko. I was obviously here that many years ago. I actually thought we were going to also talk to students who had or have chosen this stream, hence a chef. But I'm sure what we are going to say here today will still hold water. So I'd like Chef to quickly start with the glamorous part of hospitality, and I'll probably talk about the not so glamorous but doable part.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you once again for having me and Mami here for this. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Can everybody hear me now? Yes. Once again, thank you for this awesome opportunity to be able to have this conversation in front of you guys. Look, seeing such an establishment do this really just warms my heart personally as a chef, because I have always viewed our industry as to how much exposure can you get. So you look at I'll use sports as a reference. You look at all sports stars, Lewis Hamilton's, your LeBron James. All of these people really started what they specialize in at a really young age. Lewis Hamilton started racing at the age of 11, and probably even younger, and look at where he is now, 7 world champions in. So what I'm trying to get to here is that exposure is key. So if we can expose our kids and our generations to, for example, the culinary industry at this level, where they're in grade 8 and they already know how to use a knife, and therefore they can go into tertiary having a hell of an advantage above what I had, because I only really got into this industry at the age of 19, 20. Most of it was just cooking at home. So I really think that it will help us obviously create far better skilled chefs, but also it will open their minds up to the possibilities of what. So obviously it's just like we have these mainstream industries where people really go into, but it'll open their minds as to maybe culinary arts is not just meant for just feeding people, but it could be a business. It could be something people could look towards growing into. And it's not just staying in the kitchen. There's so many things. Social media has opened our eyes to what is capable with being a chef. So I really think what you guys have done here is really awesome, and I hope that more schools can actually follow this model and sort of introduce this type of a setup in high schools and schools. And I really think this is fantastic, and shout out and kudos to whoever has pioneered this. And once again, thank you so much for having us, and yeah, have a great one.
Thank you. So, Chef Junior Kotane is executive chef at 1947. 1947, we've been so lucky that we have won a few awards. How many to date? I think 4 to date. And the biggest one was the one that we got recently, the Gauteng Tourism Award, best restaurant in Gauteng. So running a restaurant, I thought we'd have two audiences, like people, students, because I'd say to them, being in a restaurant, there are 2 sets of people. So a restaurant owner and an employee. Some people they are chefs and they own restaurants, and that's not me. That's why you see Junior here. So I'm an entrepreneur. I do the side that is not so glamorous. So financial management. So if I were talking to people who wanted to own restaurants, the financial management is so key. And even this hospitality suite, you'll see that running it, you'll have to budget. You'll have to have budgets. You'll have to look at suppliers. And what we do well at 1947 is that whilst you want to budget, you want to get, to not to pay too much, but not compromise on quality. And I always say that balance is so difficult, but it has to be done. So we are always, looking out for good quality products, but that are affordable. It's not always possible because you pay for quality. Always have to look at profit margins. Whoever is going to run the suite will know that you can't waste money and not see it come back. Also another thing that makes us, we're not too present in social media. I don't know how to do that. There are people who do that, because I'm so scared of criticism, even though we want it as a team. But it's scary to be criticized. But we grow all the time from criticism. It's not, we can't always be a winner. And I always say to the team at 1947, you get praises and so on, but you're as good as the last shift. So the next day you can't walk in and say, yesterday I made such good pasta, I can relax today. Because we have new people coming into the restaurant. So every morning it's like we are opening for the first time. And another part that's not glamorous is staff management and training. So at 1947, I have 34 staff. Okay, so at any given time, there are more than 30 staff members in the restaurant, and they are so seamless that you probably won't see that there are frictions. But there's no way you cannot have friction when you're dealing with human beings and young people. But what I think, because it's a team thing, I never want to talk about 1947 and say I, because it's not, actually it's a team. We win awards because of the team. And I'm just leading really from the back. And I always say there's no way you don't want to have friction. We always have to work together. You will see that here. There are personalities. Some people have very strong personalities and they clash. So finding a balance is very important. And customer service. Customer service. Do you know when they say the customer is always right, it's so painful because sometimes the customer is wrong. And I think somebody must rewrite that.
Yeah.
That person was not in hospitality. Correct. So somebody will say, oh my goodness, so we have our signature dishes, the oxtail apparently it's the famous. And somebody will say, I didn't like this oxtail, but it's not there. So you've eaten the oxtail So how do I know? How do I know that the oxtail was not? The plate is clean, so I can't go fetch chef, and say, chef, but what did you do? So but they always come back, and I always say, consistency is key. The taste buds have a very good memory, so people drive all the way from wherever because they remember the taste. So consistency is the absolute main ingredient. And our chef, we work very, very well together. He's calm now, but in the kitchen, it's literally, it's hot. The kitchen is hot, literally and figuratively. And he's calm now, but sometimes we hear him, shouting. But it's all from love, from trying to keep everything smooth and going. So congratulations to the team that put this together. I'm actually very jealous. I feel I want all this new equipment, to come. But anyway, thanks very much for giving us the opportunity. And congratulations.
Right, next we have Blessing Chauke, who's going to speak to us. I'm needed in school. Blessing Chauke is going to speak to us about the benefits of an entrepreneurship stream post school level. Now, Blessing comes to us with a national diploma in hospitality management from the School of Tourism and Hospitality in 2018, advanced BTech degree, subsequently a master's degree in tourism and hospitality. Master's research focused on workplace inclusive policies for disabled employees within 4- and 5-star hotels, and the field of inclusivity remains her primary area of research. Equally quite special is I got to teach Blessing when she was in matric, so it's a real privilege to have her here today. Come through.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Good morning, everyone. So as I have been introduced, my name is Blessing Chauke, and I am a lecturer at the moment at the University of Johannesburg, specifically at the School of Tourism and Hospitality. It is quite an honor being in front of everyone, addressing you regarding a passion of mine. I must admit I am a little bit nervous, which is quite strange, knowing that I talk to people for a living. So this does feel quite different. It carries a little bit of weight, knowing that I can share my journey with everyone regarding hospitality. So before I get into the heart of the topic today, that being hospitality, I do want to tell you a little bit about how I got to where I am now. So hospitality is something that found me, or rather chose me. After I completed my matric, I was someone who valued capturing moments. I loved being behind the camera. I loved taking pictures of people. Particularly during my December holidays, I would be invited to house parties and I'd take pictures of people dancing and having a jolly good time at those moments. So I definitely thought that photography would be my future. But I applied at Wits University for the film and photography qualification, and in a moment of practicality, I decided that I should have a second option. So one day I was just sitting on the couch perusing through a UJ prospectus, and I came across hospitality, something that I never considered, but it amazed me in how it had an amalgamation or a mixture of so many qualifications into one. So hospitality offers culinary arts, accounting, revenue management, hotel operations. So it was a plethora of options that I could do without only doing one specialized program. So it is something that provided an endless toolbox of opportunities for me, but it is something that, one, it helps you stand on your own 2 feet. So hospitality equips you with that. You can start your own business, you can start your own brand, but you can also manage something. The biggest takeaway of it is that it is an industry that makes you resilient. So, as we go deeper into this conversation today, I do want you to remember that whether you are standing in front of someone, just having a conversation, whether you're just offering a warm smile to someone, you are embodying what hospitality is. That is what hospitality is. It's personified. So it's something that is ingrained in us. For you to be able to be empathetic to someone on a bad day or smile to them, that is what it is. So just not to take more of the time, I just want to say that hospitality is the biggest contributor, well, one of the biggest contributors to our economy. It contributes about 8.5% of that, meaning that we are, one, keeping the economy moving, but we are also creating a lot of jobs for people. So in that, we are looking for people who are good in terms of technical skill is important, yes, but soft skills are valued in the hospitality industry. Your ability to talk to someone, your ability to be warm towards someone, and that's not something that can be taught. So a personality over and above everything in the hospitality industry is valued. So just to wrap up everything, I think beyond personal success within the industry, hospitality does offer a chance to create purpose and meaning, but it also provides the power to uplift someone on a bad day, and that's what it is. Over and above being able to, again, be in the academic side of it, it's important to understand the core value and ethos of what hospitality is, and I do hope the center will ingrain that in the students and make sure that we get students who are passionate about hospitality as they come into tertiary. Because what we do find is hospitality for most students is not their first, their second, their third, their fourth. It's like the last option. Simply because of the perspectives that we have shaped hospitality to be. Hospitality isn't just about cooking, it is a way of life and it is a value system. And I hope that the center does that, and so that we can receive a handful of students that actually want to do this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Blessing. I'd like to call upon Mark, who's going to do a vote of thanks.
Morning, everyone. Great to have you here today, and great to have such a presence of our past students. Naomi, it was great to hear you speak this morning, and that restaurant of yours makes big waves. So I don't know why you're shy of the social media, because you certainly are there, and in the media and in magazines and on talk shows, etc. So we really are proud of you. Thank you, Blessing, for your input on hospitality. Thank you, Chef. I know what it's like to work with a chef. They're all nice here, but as a waiter, my first job was a waiter at the Carlton Hotel. We were frightened of the chefs. We had to stand behind a red line. Thank you especially to the choir, not the choir, the band, the jazz band, the people that have made the eats, and then also to our staff for setup this morning. We're really glad to have some of our donors here. Thank you to the Vessels Trust for your support in this project and in the McCartan Centre. We also thank Air Products. You're from Air Products. Hi, Albert. Good morning. For your support. Brother Neil, the Culture of Learning Trust, and the support you've given us for this project. Thank you very much. There are other people behind the scenes I'm not mentioning, but someone like Valenti, who's been juggling the figures, Diraj, Mr. Baruth here, who has been managing this project and making sure we can deliver it. Because, you know, when you have a plan and you have a budget, really, doesn't always work, and you sometimes have to make a plan. So we're really grateful, because without all of you, we couldn't have made this happen. So thank you for being with us here this morning. Oh, I forgot to say thank you to Father Makesh for blessing the center as well. Enjoy our breakfast with us, and then we look forward to talking to you over the next couple of minutes. I know you're going to rush off to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Just to say very briefly as well, I do have to put a special shout out. I think it was 2023. It was my first ISASA meeting I was going to. So I jumped in the car with Heather, and I was super excited about the ISASA meeting. That sounds weird, but it was my first one. So we jumped in the car, and as we're driving, Heather says, right, so let's talk about this hospitality thing that we've got on our mind. And we spoke all the way there, did the meeting. Coming back, we took the longer route, and we kept on speaking about it. And it started from there, just a conversation in the car. This is what we think we can do. We've got design, we've got this. And she said, right, let's go for it. Then we started looking at the space. And I was hoping she would be here, but a big shout out to Heather as well for pushing a lot of this at the initial stages. She made a lot of this happen, and she spoke to a lot of the funders and everything. So as you do speak to Heather, meet her, do remember that as well. It was a big drive and push from her, so thank you to her. Over the next few months, you're going to see a big push on this. So within your circles, whoever you speak to, whoever is saying, hey, I'd like to do this, or my child, or my friends, or whatever, push them this way here to Sacred Heart, because the course is going to run from grade 8 to 12, like I said. 10, 11, 12 is hospitality management. That gets you an NCS qualification plus industry links. Equally, you've got your design, all of those subjects there. And even at 8 and 9, we're going to be running small modular courses as well. So it's not just a 10, 11, 12 kind of thing. And we're going to be working with our primary school with their project-based learning, so to bring them into the space, just to spark that interest. And for the evening, we're planning to run adult-based education classes here in this space as well, just to empower from a different point of view. So it is going to be quite aggressive in the spaces, but you as well spread the word. Thank you for joining us this morning. Please stay, have some more breakfast. The power might switch off, don't get alarmed. It's just the generator coming on because we got an IT prac on. But once again, thank you. Your presence has made a huge difference to this morning. Thank you so much.